Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Oh, wow! Right, Scotty?
That's right.
This is Devils After Dark. Coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios in beautiful New Jersey and Scotty's palatial estates in beautiful Beverly Hills, California, as the Devils do it again. Dougie does it again. Devils win in overtime, 3-2. What a game. 2 in a row at home. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network as we say hello to our good friends at American Whiskey as they are enjoying this game, the celebration. Scotty, how are you, my friend?
What a game, what a game, what a game. Dougie does it again. Sam Wu, you're going to have to learn how to do the Dougie dance. I'm sorry. If he just keeps scoring these OT winners. Oh, boy. I think we're going to have to dock Sam Wu some Wu bucks every time he dances. If I get docked for singing, going off the rails on the gravy chain, Sam Wu's going to get docked for trying to attempt to do the Dougie. But we're all doing it tonight with a huge home, may I add, OT victory for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. Now up to the number of the beast with 6-6. I'm just going to say 6 again. 666 points on the season. Oh, it's just 66. But let's talk about it. Everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, and everyone over there at American Whiskey. Big game against a big-time opponent. Number 47, home game where we know we have struggled, but the Golden Knights, the VGK, coming to town, who sit, I think they're actually now third overall in the Western Conference, but still atop that Pacific Division. Big, bad team coming in here. Vanacek in net, Kevin Ball back in there once again. Maybe he's being showcased right now. We shall see. And some lines jumbled up there at the start of the game. You had a third line of McLeod centering Boquist and Mercer, and then a fourth line of Sharon Govich centering Bastion and Wood, which we know kind of did a little flipper-flopperoo by the time the second period comes along, much like Lindy Ruff likes to do. But let's get this going. First period over here. Jesper Bratt started out the game with a great opportunity, taking the puck to the net, but Logan, don't call him Weapon X, Logan Thompson came up with a huge save over there, but not too long later, oh no, our boy who is back from injury gets a nice puck luck hockey bounce. I'm talking about Andre Palat. Gets his fourth goal of the season coming from line mates Nico Hischier, your captain, who keeps his point streak going. And, of course, Jesper Bratt, 3:58 of the first. It says here on the old NHL app a snapshot, but I don't think you could call it that. Basically, this was a great zone entry by the captain, number 13, Nico Hischier, coming in and doing one of those classic Nico quick stops and kind of a little pivot and fires a pass across the ice, or I'm sorry, puts the puck towards the boards, actually, on his backhand, where Palat is able to gather it up and work his way towards the center for a shot that completely ricochets off of the defenseman's stick and does one of those nice little flutter puck right over Thompson, who I don't even think saw it, in the back of the net. Palat, his fourth of the year at 3:58 of the first. Hischier, his 25th assist. Bratt, his 29th. Nico again, not too long after that, got another great opportunity coming from Palat. A nice little cross-ice pass, but Nico just couldn't get a lot on that little one-time deflection happening, and Thompson kicked the leg out there for the save. We're moving to the second. Devils up 1-0. We got a little fight action. Couple of boarding calls in this game. One of them, I don't know, Sam will talk about it because I know he wasn't happy with it. And even this first one, I mean, it was definitely a call, but definitely a boarding penalty. But I can't remember who it was that Bastian hit. He really did turn his back pretty late, but whatever. It's how it goes. Had a nice little Donnybrook there, little Pier Sixer going on, as they like to say in the wrestling world. With who was it? I can't remember who fought for the was it Howerton? Howden, I'm sorry. Fought Bastian Wood. Fought Nathan Bastian. Bastian gets the other minor for boarding on this. So the Knights go on the power play, but I got to say, Devils penalty kill did a really good job. They got on the board, though, with Hutton at 12 minutes flat of the second period. High near side as Damon Severson went down to try and block this shot. And I don't know, man, was that a tough one for Vitek Vanacek, who was making some great saves throughout this game. But Hutton was able to, I mean, that was just a nasty shot. Severson went down, took away the inside, and all that was left was this little tiny, opening just above the shoulder and under the crossbar. And that is right where Hutton put it. So we got to give him a little credit on that one. Nasty, nasty shot there to tie the game up at 1-1. However, the Golden Knights really dominated the second period. They had the Devils pinned in a lot. The Devils weren't able to get the puck out of the zone. They didn't have any good zone entries into the. It was almost like the Knights went into almost like the old neutral zone trap to cut off the Devils' speed there. And Carlson ended up getting his 11th a little bit later at 14:51. So it's 2 minutes, under 3 minutes later, 2 minutes and 51 seconds later, the Knights scored again. And this was a puck that was kind of hanging around the old goal line over there from Marchessault. Had put it on net, who had a good game himself for Vegas. He seemed to be kind of all over the place. And Riley Smith, brother of our buddy on defense, Brendan Smith. Riley also had a good game too. But Carlson was able to just tap this one home. But it was really Marchessault who did all of the work on this play, fighting to the net, trying to kind of wrap the puck around an outstretched Vitek Vanacek. And again, the puck was just sitting there on the line, waiting for one of our defensemen to swipe it away. But Carlson got there first to put it in. 14:51 of the second period. Like I said, 2 minutes and 51 seconds after the first Golden Knights goal. And I think that kind of shell-shocked the Devils a little bit there. I know Sharon Govich got a nice partial break there on the PK with a one-handed shot, but it was stopped by Thompson. There was the call that I think Sam will talk about, the boarding call Palat took on Martinez. And again, it was a very late turn. And when you're going full speed, when you look at it in slow motion, it's a different thing. But when you're going full speed, man, that's a tricky one. It's almost.
I got a great analogy for it. You know what it is?
Go ahead.
It's like when you brake check somebody that is tailgating you. You know he's going to hit you, but when he hits you, they're at fault. You know what I mean? It's one of those things.
That's a good one. There you go.
Like when you get road rage, yeah, that's the only analogy because, and I'll talk about more in depth because those that played hockey, we're all guilty of it. So, but
it happens. The game moves so fast. It's so hard, But yeah, it's just a tough call. I mean, it is a penalty, but I mean, it was a really, really late turn by Martinez. So I don't know. That's something that the league may have to look into at some point or another. Like, I don't know. It is what it is. Doesn't matter because the Devils ended up killing off that penalty. Their PK was really, really big tonight. Vanacek came up huge. Actually, I don't even think the Knights got a shot on that power play. So the Devils defense was playing very well. Moving into the third, man, they started to push hard. They came out looking to score some goals. They were getting opportunities after opportunities. Thompson was coming up big. Hutton actually made the save of the game because one got through Thompson and it was just sitting there for one of the Devils now to sweep it in, and Hutton just kind of like boop, batted it out, and that killed that opportunity there. But Vanacek made a huge timely save on Marchessault, after a giveaway right in front of the net by the Devs. Another big save on Riley Smith on the one-time snapshot. Jack Hughes, he had to give the Knights gave it away to him, and he was right in just like the off-slot area, and Jack fired the shot, but Thompson made the save, and then late in the game, you knew it. You were thinking the exact same thing. I was thinking it too. If the Devils just keep this to a one-goal game, and in the last 2 minutes they pull their goaltender, there's a pretty damn good chance they're going to score a goal because they have that offensive firepower. We talked about those big three and the big four. You're going to throw Bratt in there as well. But Dougie, Hischier, Hughes, they're all over it. And Dougie has just been a monster on the offensive side. Some holes in the defense, but let me tell you, he makes up for it with his offensive game. And he's been doing it now consistently. I think the Devils, 3 out of the last 4 games, they've been in OT. So Dougie Hamilton coming through once again, this time tying it up at 18:50 of the third with a nasty wrister. No, just kidding. It was just putting the puck on the net like we always talk about. Put the puck on the net. The Devils were taking some time. Jack Hughes kind of did a little wrap around in the neutral zone, waiting for the teams to change up. Get myself set. Okay, now I'm going to bring the puck into the net, into the zone over there. Patient zone entry, eventually gets it to Dougie, who just whips it towards the net. It wasn't some big monster blast like we're going to see in a little bit, or talk about in a little bit. He was just putting a wrister on net into traffic, and what do you know? It hits off one. I think it actually hit off Hutton, tell you the truth, who saved the goal earlier and had that nasty one for the Golden Knights. It hits, I think it ricochets off of his shin pad, changes direction enough. So fool Thompson, boom, in the back of the net at 18:50 of the third period. Dougie Hamilton, his 12th goal of the year. Jesper Bratt gets his second assist of the day. So there you go, the big four coming together because Jack Hughes got the secondary assist on that one. So that's Dougie, his 12th, Bratt, his 30th assist, and Hughes' 29th, tied up 2-2, heading into overtime, where the Devils had some nice opportunities. The Knights also got some good. I don't think they got a shot. No, they didn't even get a shot, a registered shot there in the OT. They did get some possession time, and Sharon Govich drew a tripping call at what time was that? At 2:41 of the OT. So we got 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game, in overtime, I should say, and the Devils go into the PP 4-on-3. And this goal was a Jack Hughes goal. I know that Dougie Hamilton scored it, but this was Jack Hughes making it happen, bringing the puck into the zone, up the boards, taking a big monster check, but not giving up the puck possession. He fought his way through it, was literally down on his knees trying to move up the boards with the puck, and does a no-look backhand pass from his knees to a wide-open Dougie Hamilton, the Hammer, Dougie the Hammer Hamilton Valentine. We'll go with some old school wrestling references right there. Dougie, there was nobody on him in the middle. Obviously, two of the Knights players collapsed onto Jack Hughes on the side over there, and Dougie was wide open to wind up for the monster blast right there. Another PPG GWG for the man, Dougie Hamilton, his 13th of the season at 3:54 of the overtime. Jack Hughes gets the primary, his 30th assist on the season, tying himself up there with Jesper Bratt. And how about the man number 41 between the pipes, Vitek Vanacek, getting that secondary assist, his first of his New Jersey Hockey Devils career. So congratulations to Vitek Vanacek over there. What a play from Jack Hughes to make all this happen. Listen, the shot from Dougie was a monster. But when you're going back and you're looking at that replay, look at all the hard work that Jack Hughes did on the boards to fight his way through that check and to be able to be on his knees and give a no-look backhand pass on the tape to the Dougie monster to slam it home for another OT victory. Points number 6-6 to tie us up with the Carolina Hurricanes. They do have one game in hand, but both teams now with 66 points. We stay on pace with the Rangers, who won last night. They are still 7 points behind us with 46 games played. Or is that was that our 47? Was that game 47?
47.
Or 40? That was game 47. I'm sorry, 47. 3 stars of the game. Of course, your number 1 star, Dougie Hamilton, doing the Dougie right there with the game tying and the game winning goal. OT, winner, chicken parm dinner. Vitek Vanacek gets the 2nd star of the game with another stellar performance against the Golden Knights team. And, hey, a Marty Brodeur assist to boot over there. Look at Vitek. All right, my friend. Palat is your 3rd star of the game. Shots on goal for the Knights, 10-10-10-0 for a total of 30. Devils, 15-9-8-4 for a rating pucks from the Devils on the ice for a Slayer total. I'm losing myself here. A Slayer raining blood total of 36. Face-off percentage, Devils dominated here. 65% to 35. Devils a big 1-for-1 on that power play in the OT for the game winner. Knights 0-for-3. Devils 17 hits. The Knights had 21, but 17 hits. Nice to see. We know there was such a low total last game with a Hoytu coming out of the lineup, but Devils out there hitting Bastion, Palat. Miles Wood was throwing the body. Nice to see. Mikey McLeod as well. 18 blocks for the boys, 21. No surprise here. We've seen this all season long. Big shot blocking totals against the Devils. Knights at 21. 13 giveaways. Don't like to see that, but 16 takeaways for your New Jersey Hockey Devils. 66 points on the season. Already far surpassing anything they did last season or the season prior, Sam Wu. Just total domination, and they're doing this against good quality teams, all right? The Vegas Knights are not pushovers. That's a team that, just hypothetical, if the Devils do make it to the Stanley Cup, hypothetically, the Golden Knights are a team out of the West you might be facing in that situation, okay? And don't forget, they got a couple guys injured too, including Mark Stone. When he comes back, they're going to be even more of an offensive force over there. And they got a couple other guys out as well. But either way, doing this against quality opponents over here, the Penguins, the Golden Knights, these are not pushover teams. These are teams that the Devils have been smart. They have waited for their opportunities. They've cashed in. They cash in. That's what good teams do, Sam Wu. They take advantage of their opportunities and make the opponents pay. Whew! I know not everybody likes living by the seat of their pants, but hot damn, was that exciting there, because I don't know about you, Sam Wu. I think everybody in American Whiskey, everyone at YouTube, on YouTube Live and Facebook Live and Twitter Live and Twitch, we're all thinking the same thing. If we're only down 1 with about 2 minutes to go, I think we got a pretty good chance of pulling this one out. That's going to be the way the Devils are this year. With the firepower of the Big Four, Hamilton, Hughes, Heischer, Bratt. You put all 4 of them out there on a power play in OT, bad things are going to happen to the other team. And that's good for us New Jersey Hockey Devils fans. So let's hear what you think about it. Hit us up on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, Twitch. Hello to everybody at American Whiskey. Make sure you tip your bartenders. Take care of Peyton and Frank the Tank and Alejandra and Dennis and anyone else there who was making some adult beverages to celebrate this OT winner. Let us check in right now with the king of the football calls from the frozen tundra of New Jersey, Sam Woo.
Thank you, Scotty. I'll take it from here. Hello, everybody at American Whiskey, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Hey, that was not a bad transition, Scotty. Anyway, so moving on. Well,
it was until that last moment there.
Yeah,
you had it there.
Yeah. I choked under pressure when I was in a groove.
I impressed myself. What do you know? Hey, look at that transition.
I was kind of like Daniel Jones that one time when he's running for a touchdown, and then he tripped over his shoelaces. You know, you almost had it and whatever. All right, so observations of this game. Number one, it's good to see Palat driving hard to the net, getting a goal first time since October. I think that's a wonderful thing. It's going to still take a little bit of time for Palat to be Palat, but he's already having an impact with these New Jersey Devils, and it shows. It definitely shows. Also, in my notes here, we talked about that call that Palat got.
Yeah, I want to hear your opinion on this.
Again, it's almost
you were upset. Our little text message, our group text message.
A lot of
started
these,
to ping, ping, ping.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of these. I really hate it when anytime a player is along the board, they know they're going to get hit. But what they do is they position themselves in a vulnerable position, daring you to hit, where Palat had no choice but in this split second but to hit him. And Palat actually let up. And Martinez, that was a great acting job that Martinez did. And Ryan Reeves does the same move as well, where you're just like, all right, rear end me, what are you going to do? That was the analogy that I was saying, about road rage, when somebody cuts you off, and then you honk the horn, and then they just brake check you, and you have no choice but to rear end them, and then suddenly you're at fault. And Palat in the penalty box, okay, whatever. But you don't have to act like a drama queen, Martinez. But then I give you a pass because you beat the Rangers in the Stanley Cup Finals, so that's fine. Yeah, blame the victim. That's what Sam Woo does here. Blame the victim, right?
You gotta act like no friggin' drama queen over here, Martinez. Jeez.
Now, I have to say that I'm very proud of Dougie Hamilton, because it was probably about 5 podcasts ago I was kept on moaning and groaning that Dougie Hamilton needs to get his head out of his butt, and he's coming through in the clutch. The first Dougie Hamilton goal to tie the score at 2-2 late into the third period. Did you see what Eric Holla did on that play that nobody's talking about on that Dougie Hamilton goal? Do you know what Holla did?
Tell me, Sam Woo, because he was near whoever. I think it was Hutton who the puck went off. Wasn't he right near them? Right near there?
He did absolutely nothing in front of the crease and let Dougie Hamilton, he didn't get involved in the play. He just stayed away, because if Eric Holla got there, I was trying to make a joke, but, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Holla was in front of the crease, and he just watched it go. If you look at the replay, he just watched everything happen, and then he's just like, oh, okay, I'll take that. And anyway, you just have to watch the replay. Anyway, so Dougie Hamilton scores that goal. Now he's feeling it. That was his 12th of the year. And then that overtime goal, again, what can we say about Jack Hughes? 30th assist on that game-winning goal by Dougie Hamilton, second consecutive nights or games.
That's 60 points in 47 games.
I'm telling you, you know what? Jack Hughes has the ability to be a 60-60 player one of these days. But if he gets what's that?
I'll tell you this just real quick.
Yep.
Because I saw it on, I don't know if it was an ESPN broadcast for everybody. It was a ESPN broadcast for me out here in LA. And they had a little graphic that came up that said Jack Hughes in the last 82 games has like something ridiculous. I think it was like 105 or 106 points.
Yeah.
If you put his last 82 games together, man, I mean, that's something that we have never seen before on this team. Literally, we've never had a 100-point player. So the pace that he is going at is just unreal. And to see the grit and determination, to get that one at the end there, man. Love it. Sorry, go ahead.
And at what point during the season are the fans going to be chanting MVP? Because so far, they should be
already.
Yeah, so far he's been the most consistent. Again, I can't believe we're even having this debate, but it's a legitimate question. Is Jack Hughes the MVP of the league? And when you put Connor McDavid's name in, and it's not to say anything bad about McDavid, but if you take Jack Hughes off of the Devils and you take Connor McDavid off of the Oilers, what would the teams look like? I just think that Jack Hughes has proven himself in the first half of the season, at least, that he should be in the top three, easily in the top three. And that 7-minute shift, the game-winning goals, just being Mr. Consistent, being part of that 13-game winning streak. And again, I really think that he could make a run for it. But the problem is the people that vote for that kind of stuff, it's all politics at that point. It really is.
Oh, yeah.
For example, the Hockey Hall of Fame, the people that do the inductions, like, what took you so long for Pat Burns? You had to wait for him to pass to get him in? Like, why? I never understood these voters, and a lot of them are from the Professional Hockey Writers Association, which I'll keep my opinions to myself. But, Jack Hughes has to at least be neck and neck with Connor McDavid right now. I don't care about the points. I'm caring about value to the team.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I mean, it's just been he's been a team MVP. He's kept this team going. 60 points in 47 games, I think, says it all right there. And the fact that it's an even 62, it's 30 and 30, whew, that is just nasty. And they're winning, they're winning these games too. It's not like they're losing and they're not being able to pull out the opportunity, cash in on the opportunities that they get. They're making these wins happen. They know what they're doing out there. They know what they're waiting for. They know when their opportunities are going to come, and they're playing smart. And I'm just so excited about this team. I love the way they're all gelling together, right now in this season. We do need more secondary scoring. We need to get lines 3 and 4, going a little bit better. But right now, Hughes, Heischer, Bratt, Hamilton are really carrying this team on the offensive side. And that's 4 really big names right there.
Yeah.
So, and with the inclusion of Dougie, it's, now you're getting points from your defensive side as well. And splitting up Jack, Jesper, and Nico is just, that's great. I love being able to throw Jack Hughes out there on that second line because he'll make the other players around him better. you know?
Yeah.
Because he's just that damn good. He's a superstar. So, love what I've been seeing from all of them. And yeah, you're right, Dave. And it's Dave's birthday? I didn't even see that. All right, happy birthday, Dave. Woo, baby. Dougie is almost a point per game as well. I see a lot of people talking about Timo Meyer. Yeah, he would look pretty good on this team. Very expensive.
I'll tell you, the ESPN broadcast today was very, very good, I thought. Because the several ESPN Plus broadcasts, kind of a hack job, but the crew that was in today had me engaged. I was liking the intermission reports with PK and Kevin Weeks.
Well, Weeksy is great.
Yeah.
Boucher did a good job as the color commentary, and who was it? Van Schwoot. I can't remember his name. I think he used to actually call Jets games on the radio back in the day as well, if I'm not mistaken. Bob Wischusen, right? Is that who it was? I think
so. Yeah.
I think he used to be. I don't know if he still is the voice of the Jets because I haven't listened to a Jets game on the radio in quite some time. I know old Bob Papa and Carl Banks are there for the New York Football Giants. But I don't know if Bob was usually, did he move over to do Rutgers football? He might have. I'm not sure. But I think he does a good job calling the game as well. I thought both of them were well. Yeah, Weeksy is great. I mean, I just had him on the NHL Network for the Pittsburgh game, him and Jamie Hirsch. And I love both of them. They did a great job too. The ESPN broadcast was a little Vegas Golden Knights happy. I will say that.
They were definitely. I will say that. Yeah,
they were definitely pushing them pretty damn hard.
Off.
I was like, okay, all right, lean back a little bit there, guys. Lean back a little bit. But you know, as the game went along, I don't know. I just felt like, man, I'm like, they're gonna do it again. I just had all the confidence in this team that like. Something's going to happen there at the end of the game. If they're within one, look out. Those 6-on-5 situations, when you can get Dougie out there, Jesper, Jack, Nico, you can throw whoever else has been having a hot game on the ice as well, you know, on the offensive side, whether it's Igor, whether it's Eric Halla, you know, whether it's Thomas Tatar, whatever you want to do. Palat now, who we know is a gamer, especially in those crunch time situations. I mean, this team is looking good, man. This team is looking good. Can they add a Timo Meyer? I don't know. It'll be tough. But the Devils do have the prospects to do it. Now, I know we've also talked about Bo Horvat, but I got to say that I didn't realize. I thought Bo was a RFA at the end of the season. He is a UFA. So I have heard a lot of the absolutely insane talk that comes out of Vancouver, how they're going to want Nemec, Luke Hughes, a first rounder, and someone else. It's like, yeah, dude, keep dreaming. That ain't going to happen. We'll just wait till the off season and then just sign him away from you. I think that'll be the case with old Bo. But Timo being the RFA as well, it makes for an interesting situation. We all know about Timo and Nico. Man, can you imagine having Palat on that second line with Jackie Boy, or moving Jesper Bratt to that second line with Jackie Boy and having Timo, Palat, and Nico up on whoo! Man, that would just be straight up deadly. You see the rumors out there. We don't know what's going to happen, but the Devils do have a lot of guys. Nolan Foote was just up for maybe a little showcase. Maybe that's why Kevin Ball's in the lineup. Mackenzie Blackwood. Now that you have the emergence of, you know, Akira Schmid and Nico Dawes, by the way, the only Utica Comet to make it to the AHL All-Star game. Now that you have some of these young prospects that are really looking like they could turn out, and you have Vanacek signed up for the next this year and then 2 years afterwards, you know, maybe some of these younger prospects that are kind of ready to take that next step would be very enticing to a San Jose Sharks team who are in the midst of their own rebuild and just happen to have one of our former assistant coaches as their GM. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Man, I know, Supernova. Timo and Nico. Whew. Think of the shirts. Devil's Aces. That could be. That's the big thing with Timo. He is going to cost a pretty penny. And you, as someone who has been watching this team and seeing the development of Jesper Bratt, that's what makes it tough. Because Jesper's going to cost some money and Timo's going to cost you some money. And you're going to have to make some other signings as well, with both Graves and Severson being UFAs. That's two big holes on the defense if you're not re-signing them. If you're, putting $18 million into, Timo and Jesper, I mean, you're going to – I don't know where else you're going to find, some salary cap space to make some signings on defense. Now, could you – call some guys up from AHL? Yeah, but are they – we've seen Kevin Ball – I mean, he had a so-so game again today. I didn't think he was horrible, but I didn't think he was great. I liked more what I saw from Ahoytuk in that 6 to 7 game stretch down there as one of those, bottom pairing, stay-at-home defensemen. Ball lost his stick at one time. He got beat on another play on the boards. He had one big hit, which was nice, but I even saw him get pushed into the goal by someone on the Knights. I'm like, come on, Kevin Ball. You're 7 feet tall. Push him back. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm going to leave it in the hands of Tom Fleece-Gerald, who has worked wonders. Don't forget, John Marino should be back probably after the All-Star break, unless they really try to squeeze him in on one of these upcoming 2 road games. I think it's smart to just let him sit, recover, and bring him back after the All-Star break. But that spot is going to be gone. So I don't know, Devil's Aces. We'll see. Maybe there's a way that Tom Fitzgerald can figure out to keep both Timo and Jesper. I think that would make everybody who's a fan of the New Jersey Devils very, very happy. Art Heaton, you're saying the same thing. Admire, say goodbye to some of your favorites. We'll see. John Sumner, Timo, Hischier, Palat would be a great first line. Yes, they would. Devils would have to shed some cap. You are absolutely correct, Wyatt. That's what I'm saying. That's why the Timo thing, in the heart of a fan, you're like, yes! But then when you look at what some of the consequences of it would be, you're like, ooh, hang on a second. But we do have the type of prospects that a San Jose team would most likely be looking for in their state of their rebuild. Nemec and Hughes are not going anywhere.
Yeah, why would you do that?
That is just, that's just not happening. Steve Tartaz, Tarasenko, or Riley, I don't know. Max is saying that there were 2 San Jose Sharks scouts in the crowd tonight. Wouldn't doubt it. Maybe that's why Kevin Ball was in there. His size, his talent is enticing. We haven't seen him completely put it together at the NHL level yet.
Well, he's expendable at this point because, when you have Hughes and Nemec, I mean, there's only 6 spots. There's only 6 spots at the NHL level. Plus, you need a 7/8, D guys. Kevin Ball could be part of the package. Alexander Holtz could be part of the package.
He might. You never know. I wouldn't want to give up on Holtz just yet either, but if you bring in Timo, that might be something because Timo's, but he's already a proven player
would you need
of what we think Holtz might. What's that?
Would you need to move salary to take his cap hit on for this
if you're
season?
Bringing in Timo, something's got to happen somewhere.
Somebody's got to go. Mackenzie
Someone's got to
Blackwood.
go. Blackwood, I think, would be also an enticing goaltender to send over to San Jose. He's looked better. He still somehow or another has an under 900 save percentage. But he's definitely looked much improved on this year. He's made a couple really big saves. He had that one kind of lapse there in the what was that? The Seattle game, right? Right? Yeah, it was the Seattle game.
Yep.
Where it was the softest goal is the one that was the game winner, but he would definitely, I think he would still be enticing to a lot of teams. So would Kevin Ball. These are guys that have this talent that you're like, all right, it's that time to put it into play. They're right there at that moment. So, and also they're bad. San Jose is a bad team. They're not like pushing for anything. They can just put him in the lineup and let him learn on the fly. It's not going to matter if they blow like a game for the San Jose Sharks. Over here, when we're in a tight race, we're running neck and neck with the Canes and we're trying to keep our distance from the Rangers. You can't be having those mistakes out there. You can't just throw guys out there and be like, yeah, you'll just learn on the ice and we'll go with it. No. We just spent 10 friggin' years doing that. Now the team is actually playing well, and they're playing well together. So you can't do that. San Jose, you can go and do that because they're not going anywhere this year.
Yeah.
Dave Singer saying Jack Hughes is the best player we ever had, not named Brodeur. Wow. That is saying something. I think number 4 might have a little something to say about that. And 27 as well. But you know what? Jack Hughes could be on his way. Jack Hughes can definitely be on his way. Jackie, Doug, Nico, and VV were the best players on the ice tonight. Dave Singer, the birthday boy. Hollis stood still. Shane Van Sickle says Hollis stood still at the front of the net over there.
Yeah, that was my analysis. He watched the play. It's like he's kind of like Beer Baron, when Nikki does all the work, in the back porch, and he's just holding the kids like, oh, okay. That's all right.
Shane Van Sickle over here, too. Palat was doing his best Steve Bernier impersonation. At least it wasn't a 5-minute major in the friggin' Cup Finals.
That's how good Palat. That's how good Palat is. He got away with it.
He got away with it, yeah. Oh man. Oh, this is some good stuff. Yeah, and Thompson also. Yeah, Thompson played really well tonight. Got to say that. Wasn't expecting that sort of game from Logan Thompson, but he crushed it. So he's getting compared to Linus Hallmark over here. He was playing like him tonight for a couple of them. I mean, a lot of the first goal was luck, was puck luck. The second one really was too, from Dougie, going off the shit. I mean, but that's how you create the puck luck in those situations, by getting the puck to the net. Yep. So great move by Dougie, just getting it out there. Oh, I see some people talking about Max Domi as well for maybe a third line center. That's an interesting piece as well. I've always kind of liked Max Domi. I'm not going to lie. He'd be an interesting piece that might be at. But I think, the big piece is, Timo. Is there a way that Fitzgerald can actually pull that off? I'm not sure. Like a lot of people are saying on here, if you do that, you're going to have to say goodbye to someone. Hey, Peyton, how's it going? Tip your bartenders over there at American Whiskey. And is that, are you saying goodbye to a Jesper Bratt? Are you saying goodbye to a Severson and Ryan Graves, or some combination of those, like Tatar we've talked about as well, might be a good fit for a team making a playoff push, looking for that secondary scoring. I'm just looking at people with big contracts on our team. Obviously, Palat's not going anywhere. Nico's not going anywhere. Jack Hughes isn't going anywhere. Dougie's not going anywhere, So, your next ones, I mean, you don't want to lose Jesper Bratt, obviously, because He's part of this big four, the big four core. He's also still an RFA. So you want to, he was a 6th round pick. Diamond in the rough over here, So love to see his development. Severson, kind of feel like his time might be a little bit up. But Damon has been playing well. He's been getting some minutes. He hasn't scored upon us, which is nice. He hasn't, had an own goal, which is, we know, very Damon Severson-esque. So what do we got here? Wyatt says Severson, Graves, Tatar, Wood. Wood is another one, actually. I wasn't even thinking about that. UFA, who does have some money on the table over there. You're going to have to shed something somewhere. And like we said, I don't think any Devils fan wants to say goodbye to Jesper Bratt. We see what he brings, with Nico, with Jack, wherever he goes. He's probably going to be, surpassing 70 points again this year. I got to look and actually see what his point total is right about now. There you go, the old Devils, more. Where's the old stats? There we go. We're going to look this up right now. And I want just the New Jersey Devils. And he's got 46 points. He's one ahead of Nico. Or you know what? This probably isn't even updated. I bet she's at 48 because he had 2 assists today. Yeah, because Jack Hughes is still at 58. And he's now at 60. So what's he got? 18 goals? He's got 18 goals and 30 assists. Jack's got 30 and 30. Nico's got 21. And what's he got? 21 and 24. Did he get an assist today? He did, so he's got 25. Okay. So there's still 48, 46. Or did Nico get 2 points today? Whatever. I'm bad at math. And then, we were just talking about it. Ryan Graves. Ryan Graves is a friggin' plus 29. You take him out of that defensive circle there, that's a huge loss. And by the way, we were also mentioning Thomas Tatar. He's a plus 27. And I know plus minus isn't the be-all, end-all, but it does say a lot about someone. They're on the ice. A lot of good things seem to happen for the Devils. 29 more good things than bad things for Ryan Graves. So it's really tough, man. It's really tough. As a fan, you're like, yeah, give me Timo. Yeah. But then you look at it and you're like, oof. That's why we're not GMs. We wish we were. We will take the GM application if Tom Fitzgerald would like to reach out to us. I would sign up to be your assistant GM in no time, and I will learn all your tutelage, sir. And I will be your scribe, and then turn into a knight of GMing. Probably not. I would probably just screw up the team royally. But either way, that's what these guys are paid for, to wheel and deal like this, Ric Flair style. Woo! And see if Tommy can pull out another fleece. A couple of years ago, we all said Ty Smith was untouchable too.
Till there was John Marino.
Yeah, look at how that turned out. And I can't see them getting rid of Marino. What's he at? Like $4 million for the next? He's like flat.
Yeah,
for the next 3 or 4 years.
He's got such a value contract that he's practically untouchable.
Yeah. So can the Devils pull it off? Maybe. Maybe if they do send, like a Damon Severson, a Miles Wood, and you're going to probably have to give up some of those, a Blackwood, some other good prospects to get Timo. Can it happen? Yes.
I don't think they're going to take Damon Severson on expiring contract unless they can flip him to a contender.
Yeah.
So think of that scenario as well.
All right, JP saying no to Timo because it's too costly and going to mess up the team. That's a good point.
If my better idea would be in 2013 if you kept that pick and selected Horvat, and then in 2015 take Zaka and just draft Meyer, we wouldn't be in this problem.
Let's see here. The Sharks are heating. The Sharks do not want Severson, Wood, or Tatar. Yeah. Graves. Wyatt saying Siegenthaler could probably be moved too. Again, he's inexpensive, but he probably could be. He would be enticing to a team as well because he's another young player. And he's been playing top line minutes over here in New Jersey, cleaning up a lot of the messes our boy Dougie Hamilton has been making on the defensive side. But like we said, he's been redeeming himself offensively pretty consistently over here. JP is saying sell high on Jesper and Damon. I don't know. Steve Tartas is saying 28's not going anywhere this year. I don't know. It's going to be interesting coming down the stretch. We'll see what Tommy has in store for us. I hope he shocks us all again.
He will.
Like he did a couple times already, being like, how in the hell did he pull that off? Because like I said, it's enticing, but do you want to sacrifice some of that chemistry that this team has really been showing? Even with someone like a Damon Severson, who we all kind of agree is in his last days as a Devil, he's been very solid since Marino went down. He's been playing a lot more minutes. And he's been very good. Like I said, he hasn't even had an own goal this year, Sam Wu, which is incredible for Damon Severson. By now, he's at least usually scored at least 2 goals on us, at this point in the season.
Jinx it. Don't jinx it. He did have that costly turnover against the Flyers. He had to get benched for that one, as he should have.
He hasn't butt-pucked anything into our goal yet, so, he's been playing well. And with increased amount of time, but something's going to happen. I'd hate to say it, but, a Dawson Mercer would be someone the Sharks would probably be highly interested in. I see it. That bothers me, to the thought of giving up this person like that.
Yeah.
But these are the people that the Sharks are going to ask for. I was talking more about people on expiring contracts and money, because you probably have to send a little bit of something like that in this deal because Timo is so expensive. But the Sharks are going to be asking, they're going to be asking for Jesper Bratt. That's one, because they can build around him. A Dawson Mercer, they're probably going to be very interested in it as well. I don't know about Kevin Ball. Mackenzie Blackwood, I would say, yes, they would be interested in, to make that too. Siegenthaler, again, I think it was Wyatt who said that. That's probably another one that teams are going to be asking for, because he can be, especially San Jose, who's in that rebuild, he can be a core piece of that defense for many years to come. So, interesting stuff. It's a great game, though, for your New Jersey Devils, winning again 2-1 in OT. Before we get out of here, let's get to you versus Woo. Our score predictions brought to you by the birthday boy, Dave Singer's Victory App Bucks on the old YouTube Live. Thank you again to everyone for always chipping in and having a good time with this. Let's see what our man Vinny Parisi of Game Day Live had for his score prediction today.
I think he said 4-3.
Ooh, the old L there for Vinny Parisi. And how about the Sam Woo?
3-0 Devils.
3-0 Devils. Well, you get the OTL, my friend. Half the score right. Congratulations to you. 1 point on the day, much like the Vegas Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Your lucky day. Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Go play the lottery. All right? Ramona had 4-2. Max had 5-2. Oh, Devil's Aces. He had a 3-2. Look at that. Steve Tartas had 3-2 as well. All right.
Oh, wait.
Very nice.
Wait, Vinny said 4-2, according to Ramona.
Oh, Vinny said 4-2? Okay. Wow.
So he got an OTL.
Oh, he got a half right. He got half right then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to sabotage him.
Score. Okay, so OTL for both of you guys. Put them together, you got a nice 2-pointer there. All right, how about the Game Day Live crew over there? Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Select the board. Okay, so we got some people who had the night score.
Oh,
right?
even Mrs. Wu chimed in through text message as well, our statistician.
What'd she have?
Oh, no.
Was she just saying that
Vinny said 4-2? See, I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right. Yeah, so Max, Ramona. Okay, so everyone, a lot of people got the whatchamacallit, the night score right. So close. Everyone's doing good though. OTLs all around. And Selecta, yeah, I don't want to pawn off Siegenthaler. I'm not saying that, but just for the sake of conversation, if you're the San Jose Sharks, I think that would be a name that you would be asking for. You know, he's young talent. He's locked up at a really nice price for a number of years. So that's why I just bring that up. I don't really want to trade any of them. You know, except for Severson, really, just because I don't think he's coming back, you know, and he's a UFA. Other than that, I don't really want to trade anybody right now. But my heart as a fan says, ooh, Timo Myers, 30 goals, playing on the wing with Nico Hischier and Palat, and then move Jesper Bratt down to that second line. Oof. Oof. That's nasty. So you think with your heart, you say yes, and you think with your mind, you're like, oh, slow down. Hang on a second here. So we'll see what Tom Fitzgerald has in store for us. That's why he is Fleece Gerald. That's why he's made all these moves so far. That's why we've been sticking with him. In Tom and Fitzy, we trust. Because, well, let's face it, he hasn't really steered us wrong so far. He's stuck with the plan. He's stuck with Lindy. When we all wanted to fire his ass the first game of the season, he stuck with them. Hell's bells, I wanted to fire Lindy after New Year's the previous year. I was like, get him out of here. They don't know what they're doing. Sam Wu had to go on a whole campaign just to keep Lindy. And everyone was yelling at Sam.
We're going to approach the 1-year anniversary of my article on pucksandpitchforks.com where I have the link to that exact thread on Twitter, on my Twitter handle. And I've got this long list of 128 negative responses that I plan to.
Sam plans on replying to all 128.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna retweet every single comment and be like, this tweet did not age well over a year, and just cut and paste, and hashtag NJ Devils.
It's gonna have like the DX suck it, on every other one. Just, suck it.
Yeah,
and then did not age well.
And then I'm gonna print it all, and I'm gonna have a binder, and I'm gonna send it to Lindy Ruff, and be like, I should be the fan that has the beer with you, Lindy, because I defended you from day one. That's
right. You know what? That should be the perfect way that we end the season. Last home game, we get Lindy Ruff to come over to American Whiskey and actually have that beer with us fans. Now, I think that's the great way to end our season, doing this first run here at American Whiskey. Sam Wu, I think you should maybe work behind the scenes on that.
I should
invite
do
Lindy
that.
out for that beer.
I should do that. And just remember, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget State of the Fan Address, which is going to be on tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Nick's got some guests lined up. I would never forget, before State of the Fan Address, that Nick Villano was begging me not to quadruple down after the second game. Just absolutely begging me to stop. Even in text, begging me because I was just like, and unfortunately, I kind of half listened to him because it became, you're ruining our credibility with this.
Hey, and real quick before we get out of here, Max, you're right on the money there. Graham Clark could be a piece of that as well. You know, we've got a lot of those guys at the AHL level. You know, the Comets are playing well.
Yeah.
So, you know, we do have those pieces. Can Fitzy put something together where it doesn't really just completely drain this team? You know, that it doesn't completely break up the vibe.
Yeah.
But just keep that in the back of your mind. Timo is expensive.
And also,
he costs a pretty penny.
Also, team chemistry is worth more than Timo Meier, in my opinion.
Yeah. And don't forget that salary cap ain't going up either.
Yeah.
These salaries keep raising and raising and raising, but that cap is staying the same for another at least year or two, which is going to cause issues for a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
And we're going to be one of them with a lot of these young studs coming up and eventually going to be looking for some contracts. First one up is going to be Jesper Bratt.
Exactly.
So, you know, we got to keep that in the back of mind. We'll let Fitzy do his thing, and hopefully we're celebrating. It may not be Timo. Maybe it's someone else. Who knows? Who knows? But the rumors are flying that the Devils are interested in making a big splash. Will it happen? Who knows? If it doesn't, I don't think this team is in trouble. I don't think that this team needs a big, massive splash. With those big four already there, you've already got it. So we're going to wrap up now. Thank you to everybody on YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch, and everyone down there at American Whiskey. We'll be back Thursday and Friday nights. Last two before the All-Star break, back-to-back on the road. The Road Warriors, the Devils, Sam Wu. We need to get you those Legion of Doom shoulder pads with the spikes for the Road Warriors. But yeah, we'll be back for that Nashville and Dallas back-to-backer Thursday and Friday before the All-Star break.
Just remember, State of the Fan address tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Till next time, let's go Devils.